I would like to thank everyone in this room for taking the time and effort to come here and also to engage with our elected representative. Because I think there's a job to be done to make them understand our concern, and that together with our MPs we can find a solution that will leave no one behind. A big thank you as well for our MPs, for the MPs to come today and speak to you. I think it's great because we need to be engaged and they need to be engaged. So it's a dialogue to be had. Jane Golding of British in Europe here will just follow me. She will speak about the Brits in Europe who are going through the same uncertainty as we are. But I will speak about EU citizens because that's what the 3 million is, mainly about. Without sounding over-dramatic, I think we are potentially on the eve of a crisis which could have quite a lot of repercussion for the British society. And unless the British government changes its thinking about us and what would happen to EU citizens of Brexit, there will be a big crisis. There's an estimated 3 million EU citizens living here. We contribute, to the economy, as we know, billions of pounds. But I think, it's our contribution socially and culturally is priceless. We bring something different. It's like fresh blood, and that's not always understood. The trouble we've had, I think, is on the 24th of June, after the referendum. At that point, the government could have guaranteed our rights and said very clearly, you can stay. Yeah. Of course, we know they didn't. And they liberated a certain speech, the hate crimes and the xenophobic attitudes that we've seen, and a lot of us have experienced this either directly or through other people. And I think that's really the trigger point was on that day, that lack of commitment for us to stay. Could also mention the 100 letters, deportation letters, sent in error by the Home Office to EU citizens. And I think that what we see, that picture, that hostile environment that's been talked about a lot, is real, and it's affecting us already now. We don't have to wait for Brexit to know that Brexit has already happened for us. And I think that I feel that. I think a lot of people feel that. And we're probably the victim of that Brexit in a way. But we're not victim though, because we're here and we're standing up and we've got ideas and we want solutions. We don't want to say our kind of poor EU citizens, because that's not the case. The latest data shows that there are quite a lot of EU citizens moving back to the continent. And they're leaving a country that I used to regard as a fortress for tolerance and openness. I think that is still the case, but there's obviously this 50-50 divide. I think because I came to the UK from another member state. So I didn't feel as an immigrant. I just felt that I just moved to London like I could have moved to Paris or to Berlin, and I think that's at the heart of the problem with the government, where they don't understand that they treat us like immigrants, but in our head we're not immigrants. Actually, we just moved to another European country, and them offering us a lesser status, the settled status, will drive a lot more away from this country. I'm sure of that. And so that's why we don't want the settled status, we oppose the settled status, because we're integrated, we love this country, but we don't want to be treated like second-class citizens. thousands and thousands of families will be split if that's the case. We can expect more errors from the Home Office. And as a result, this country will be all the poorer, really, because of that policy. I think what we're asking is quite simple, is that we can continue to live normally. And that's under the protection of treaty rights with lifetime guarantees. And I explain that because I'm describing our current situation. We're protected by EU rights, EU treaties, and there's little bureaucracy, and it's been fine. When the British government and the European Commission agrees on that agreement at the end, this withdrawal agreement, or ring-fence agreement as we're calling, well, that agreement could have direct effect, and we could also be protected by agreement. So instead of being subjected by a specific UK immigration law, we could derive our new status, which would basically still pay our permanent residence through this new treaty. So there's no change, and I think that's the case. We don't want any change, and it's achievable because our legal experts are telling us that it's possible. I think to finish, because quite a lot of speakers, I do understand that politically Brexit is a game changer politically, and that immigration rules are likely to change in the future. But I think it's wrong to move the goalpost after a match has started for all of us who lived here and work here and built our families here. So all we want is exactly what we have now. And that's nothing special or new, really. So I think that now is the time for the Parliament to make a commitment. So a commitment to us, to the 5 million people left in limbo because of Brexit and the lack of commitment by this government to secure our rights. Thank you.